Hi, good evening, folks. In this video, we're going to take a look at the teams with the most players that are 22 and under on their current rosters. Coming up. You know, it's one of those videos I decided to make. I had no idea where we were exactly with this. I knew the Sabres would be up there, you know, so I just wanted to check and see exactly where things are at and so on. So this video, what I've done is I've laid out the numbers. And you got 6 teams that don't have anybody under 22 years old on the roster right now. Okay, and then you got one with one not signed. So the second bracket, guys, is the not signed. Okay, is the signed. So they got one not signed. They got one signed, and so on. So it shouldn't take too long to do this video. It's not going to be one of those 15-minute jobs, and it works up to the top teams in the league that have 6, and then 5, and then 4, and then 3s, you know what I mean? And then 2s, 1s. And you can clearly see a pattern here, which I want to explain as we go along. So, let's get started. And coming in, and I'm going to explain I'm going to put all the zeros in right away, the teams with 0. And when you look at who they are, it's pretty obvious what's happening. And there we go. So you got Pittsburgh. Well, let me put this in right, guys. I got it a little low at the bottom. So you got Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, Calgary, St. Louis, Boston, and Vegas. Okay, so these 6 teams don't have anybody on their roster right now, their current roster, 22 and under, right now this second. And what that usually tells you, and if you look at which teams that they are, these are teams that are still chasing the cup, right? These are teams that are chasing the cup or have cap issues and need those guys, but traded them off, right? And traded pieces off to be a competitive team like they all are. So Pittsburgh, and the reason why I got it in this order too, Pittsburgh, Vegas is the youngest of these 6 teams. So Pittsburgh is the oldest, and the second oldest is Tampa Bay, and so on. That's just the way I did it. Calgary, St. Louis, Boston, and Vegas. Vegas, it didn't surprise me at all. St. Louis kind of surprised me, so did Boston. Calgary, too, kind of surprised me. They don't have anybody 22 and under on their team. Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh, no big surprise there. They're chasing cups, these franchises still, and so's Vegas, right? So, and Boston. St. Louis and Calgary, kind of a bit of a surprise, but I'm surprised at the Bruins. That surprised me. That did. Okay, so now we can go up the list normally and get going. Coming in at number 26, they have one player that's 22 and under, not signed, are the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm not going to mention all the players. I can't remember them all. And coming in at number 25 with their 1 for 1, are the Seattle Kraken, and so are the Winnipeg Jets and the Nashville Predators. So those 3, again, I'm going by age. Seattle's the oldest team, so they rank lower. That's the only thing. You know, these other teams that have one guy signed, it could be like an $8 million guy, right? And this team has an $800,000 guy. I don't know. But I'm just going by the age, the youth. This is really a video about youth. It's not about contracts, superstars, or any of that right now. That's for another video. Okay, now we work our ways up to the teams that have 2 and up. This team, it comes in at 22, the New York Islanders. They got 2. One of them is signed. One needs to be signed. And here we go again as we go with the 2 for 2s. There's 3 of them, which is Washington, Minnesota, and Colorado. And again, going by age, Washington's the oldest, so they get bumped down. Minnie's in between, and Colorado's the younger of the 3. Colorado surprises me, guys. I would have figured that team had more guys that were 22 years old and under. It's funny how fast the years pass, because it wasn't too long ago they did, but they don't anymore. But mind you, when you got a young stud defenseman like Cale Makar, I mean, although we know all about that, we have Rasmus Dahlin. I know everybody thinks Cale Makar's God. I honestly believe that Rasmus Dahlin, when he hits his stride, Makar's going to be looking at Dahlin saying, my goodness, this guy's pretty something else himself. Okay, number 18, they have 3. 2 are signed, and so does 17, so I'll put them in the order of age. Dallas, then Edmonton. Come in. So that rounds off the top column so far, and we'll keep going. All right, coming in at number 16, the other team that's 3 and 2. 3 players, 2 of them signed. Detroit. I would have thought Detroit would have more, but not really. I'm not that surprised because I pay attention a lot to the youth, not just the amount of hits teams have. I pay attention to the ages. I do. And Detroit's not as young as everybody thinks. They're just not. Okay, next, coming in at 15, they have we got 5 teams in a row here, 3 for 3. So I'm just going to put them all in, okay? San Jose are the oldest of the bunch. Then comes in Carolina. All of these are 3 for 3. Philadelphia. Florida. So Florida don't have any young studs to pay. They just got some older studs they got to pay. They're going to be in a bit of trouble very soon. And Vancouver. Oh, there's another one, right? Did I say 5 more or 6 more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, 5 more. And New Jersey. And New Jersey, who we should know are the youngest team in hockey. So we got San Jose, Carolina, Philadelphia, Florida, Vancouver, and New Jersey. And then now we have only one team that have 4 players, and 2 of them are still 2 of them need to be signed. They only have 2 of them signed. The Anaheim Ducks. So that rounds out the top 24 so far, and yes, our boys are in the top 8. So we'll keep going. Now, these are the next 4 teams. We could take our time to talk about these franchises, but what you're going to notice now are the teams that are building. You know, it's obvious when you break down a chart like this. It's really, really obvious. You know what I mean? It's really obvious when you see the veteran teams and then you got the young teams, and it's interesting to see. Okay, number 8, they got 5 players who have just started a rebuild, I might add, because this is a team I believe that's going to clean house. I do. And they're going to restructure the cap and everything in Chicago. And there they come, the Blackhawks. So the Blackhawks have 5 guys, 22 and under, 3 of them are signed. Now, the oldest of the 4 teams that have 5 of them and 4 of them signed, believe it or not, is Arizona. Then come in Montreal. Then come in the Rangers, who have done just a masterful job over there building a team. My goodness. They're going to win a Stanley Cup, guys. I'll say it ahead of time. That franchise is going to win not a fake Stanley Cup, a real one, Ranger fans. Not one where you got to borrow half the Edmonton Oilers. What they've done internally, this team they built, I haven't seen this since the 70s when they had guys like Rod Gilbert and Brad Park, and this is really a special bunch they've built over there. And Columbus. I won't say the 94 Cup was fake, but you know what I mean. When you go and you acquire half of a franchise and bring them over because you got Mark Messier there, you know, it's nice the drought ended for them, I get it. But this year, if the Rangers would have won the Cup this year, for me that would have been 10 times bigger than what they did in 94. Because it was one of the youngest teams in hockey, and they're so damn good. They're so fun to watch. They really are. Okay, so rounding off the teams with 5 and 4 are signed, and one needs to be signed, which is pretty good. They only got 1 to sign, is Arizona, Montreal, the Rangers, and Columbus Blue Jackets come in at number 4. Now the top 3. Here it is, guys. Coming in at number 3, they got 6 guys, 22 and under. 4 of them need to be signed. The Ottawa Senators. Our boys, where are they going to finish, hey? All right, coming in at number 2, they have 6 players that are 22 and under. 5 of them are signed. They just need to get 1 signed. Come in, the LA Kings. And the top team, 6 for 6, all of them are signed as our boys, the Buffalo Sabres. And, you know, I'm going to put an asterisk there. I'll tell you why, guys. Well, I'll put it right next to here. I'm going to put this right next to it because it's going to be 7, because J.J. Peterka is not even in that 6. So if you're wondering about the growing pains that we've been going through, voila, there's just one example. Just an example, right? You look at teams like Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh and Boston and Vegas and all these teams that we can't stand, you know, like that win, not hate, but you know what I mean? We're just sick of them winning. And we wonder why here. I mean, if you look at the obvious team out of here, really, if you look at the top 8, it's the Rangers. Without a doubt, it's the Rangers and this rebuild they did. How they fired Gorton and company when they, you know, sometimes owners, they don't make any sense. But right now, we are on track, guys. We are really 7 for 7 because, you know, as we know, Peterka is signed, right? So just a little fun example of the youth in Buffalo, what's going on. Something we should, you know, understand when we're having struggles. When we're having struggles on the road again or going on these damn West trips and we're struggling a bit. Let's not forget something like this. You know, we're the top team in the league with the most young guys. Plain and simple. We are. This doesn't lie. These numbers don't lie. All right, folks, that's it for this one. I got another one coming your way. See you in that one.